bring
I got
viewers.
You just relax. It'll come. Even when you don't think
Honey,
people
what's
are
your
watching.
password?
437843.
437.
That's your birthday.
Yep.
I love
I
that.
got it.
78. That was a good.
I got you going.
Cool.
Oh, because you're my age. I was like 78. You just turned 41.
Yep. I did.
41. I'm not sure I remember that.
Yeah.
Are you drunk?
Well,
We're live.
old.
Oh, we're live.
Hey.
That's how much.
Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much. It's Thursday, April the 4th. We're back once again. Ladies Who Lunch, live. Your best 15 minutes of therapy every week. And thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate it so much. And I told you before that I think that we're just getting better every week. And thank you for those that are faithfully watching either live or later. It just really helps. It helps build our confidence. It helps us learn, as I hope that you're learning too. So, I call it Ladies Who Lunch because, Natasha, those of us that are busy and doing great things, we don't have time to eat no lunch.
No.
So
that's so true. Like a lot of times I don't eat lunch.
Yeah. If you're with little kids or you're working, we just don't have time to have a nice leisurely lunch. So that's why I build this as Ladies Who Lunch, because this is my lunchtime and I get to connect with some great people.
I love it.
So today I have the one and only Natasha Hemmingway.
You guys,
Hey.
thanks for having me.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited to be here with you.
Yesterday was Natasha's birthday, so if you could give her some birthday love, I appreciate it, and follow her on Instagram and Facebook. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm
We have
excited to
so
be
much
here.
in common. And first of all, I want to tell you that I met Natasha through the No Tribe.
Yep.
Everybody grab your swig, take a sip. Natasha gets the gold swig today because she's
look at me.
the gold.
Leopard,
She's the
brown
gold guest.
Why not?
Woo-hoo,
I should,
girl.
right?
She is beautiful. Beautiful. We have so much in common. That's for another show. But we met from the No Tribe, and I've talked about this before, and I want to tell you how important it's become to me and what it has meant to my life, because I think it's very important to tell you all that, contrary to popular belief, I think that I'm much more introverted than I really am.
You're not.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm better in small groups.
Okay. Maybe this
I'm
one.
better in small groups.
But when she comes out, she's out.
I'm out.
In a good way.
Yes, I'm out. And 6 months ago, Arden, who y'all have met, asked me to join the No Tribe. And in this beautiful book are just lots of ladies who are doing great things in the community and trying to make a difference, whether they own a business, work at a business, or trying to raise money for a great charity. And I stepped out of my comfort zone 6 months ago, and I said yes to this group. Let me tell you, because I said yes to a group and I said yes to an opportunity, it changed my whole life and my whole way of thinking as well. And for those of you that say, oh, I don't know anybody, or I can't do that, or I don't have time, we all have the same time in the day, and we all have 24 hours in the day. So do something new for yourself this year, right, Natasha?
I cannot
do
agree more.
something new.
I always say this.
Mhm.
We are not meant to do life alone. That's just period. We're meant to be connected and in community. And that's what I feel like No Tribe has brought about, is a community of women who are for each other, who are about supporting each other, who are about being a resource. And it really starts to go beyond just networking. It does become friendships that you get to foster and develop, and getting to know Shelly and getting to know Arden and just so many other women in the group. It gives you an opportunity to have relationships, because life gets, like you said, life gets so busy. And it doesn't matter whether you're an entrepreneur, you're corporate driven, whatever you are, life is busy. But it also can get lonely if you're not connected and in community. And I feel like that's what No Tribe has truly, truly blessed me with, is these women who are for me and I'm for them. And it's not about a take, but it's give, and then you automatically receive back. There's always someone waiting to pour into you.
Right. And you know what? And that's what community is all about. And that's what we as women and well, men for that matter, because men are even more isolated than I think women are sometimes. And so we all need that group and that community. And I'm not talking about being best friends with somebody in a group. I'm just talking about being part of a group. So today, Natasha and I are going to talk about, she had a birthday yesterday, and we are going to talk about how on your birthday, not just on New Year's Day, you can start from scratch and you can find your calling and your purpose. And Natasha leads a great life. She has a great husband. She has a 4-year-old son that's adorable. But Natasha's road to getting to where she is today, it hasn't, it's been a journey. And so,
a real journey.
Yeah, and that's what I want y'all to understand too, that I have a very nice life, but I find the joy in it every day. My life is not perfect. My marriage is not perfect. I've said that over and over. My business is not perfect. At Henderson Properties, we try very hard to do things the right way, but we don't always do that. And so with that said, I am trying to make a difference through that and being honest and open with you all and letting you know that wherever you are in life, you can start over. You can do something for yourself, and today is the day. So Natasha is going to tell you about how she found her calling and her purpose.
So I am a meaningful success coach and a speaker, and really what I help women do is go from career to calling, or sometimes there are women that are in their calling that still need that help and that support with kind of breaking through a lot of fears and things. And honestly, I coach on what I've been through myself, like my own journey. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. And I'm so connected to it, because I know what it's like to be in both areas. I know what it's like to go from your career where you feel less than at times, or you've committed these years after years after years, and it's not your purpose. It's not where you're meant to be, and that you're made for more, right? I think we all get those nudges sometimes, and I know that we're all uniquely created with these gifts and talents, right? But sometimes we don't know what to do with it, or more often than not, we're afraid. Like, just hands down, we're fearful to go after that thing that is our calling or our purpose work or our gifting. And so for me, going from career to calling really took being pushed out of the nest. I would say I had a 16-year career. I did pharmaceutical sales for 8 years, medical device sales for 8 years, and did amazing at it, enjoyed it. It married things that I love, which is my biology degree background, but then also my love for people and helping them heal and be on a journey, and encouraging them through that. And so around, let's say August of 2016, I went through this space of where I was really pushing for this promotion, and I ended up getting this promotion, and it was a promotion into a senior territory sales manager, and I was the only African American across our entire country, our entire division. So it was something I worked really, really hard for, and then all of a sudden, you guys, it got snatched away from me. And so that honestly was the beginning of me starting from scratch, as Shelly talks about in her book. And it was also me really starting to honor my calling and the things that I really, really wanted to do, because I was at that point in a situation of having to make a tough decision. And to be honest, as much as I wanted to just go back into doing what was easy, what was natural, what was a lot of money, which gave me a lot of status, I physically, you guys, could not even go do it. Every time I went to update my resume or think about interviewing for a job, I would get physically sick, you guys. Like, I would cry and I would just be emotionally torn up. And I knew that was like the kind of nudges and the gut kind of checks that I was not supposed to be in that space anymore.
Right.
And to be honest, Shelly, like, even before that, like, I would say years before that, I had those like little nudges and those inklings. And I even told my husband on the way back from flying from our like big vacation, I said to him, I just want to do my own thing, but I don't know what it is. And so he tried to like reverse engineer me back into it. We're sitting in the airport, and I was like, once he reverse engineered me back into it, I was like, I just love people. And he was like, babe, that's not a business. I was like, Yeah, you're right. I just love people. And so being at that point and that kind of crossroads of having to make a decision, me and my husband, we prayed about it, went to our financial advisor about it, and we took a huge leap of faith. And I'll have to be honest, that first step of faith where I was drawn to was not it. It wasn't my final destination. And I could have given up at that point. I was 9 months into it. But then I realized that it was just more, I was there for a season and like a reason. Like I picked up skills because I was working as a health coach and trying to build a business. And I picked up skills on, how to coach people, how to, the fact that you can't teach people work ethic. Hello.
You cannot teach that.
I mean, you can want weight loss for somebody and a healthy life all you want, and it ain't gonna happen. You have to want it for yourself.
You have to have some want to, as my husband says.
Right. Like no one can instill that in you. And so I realized that real quick because I'm naturally an encourager, but I realized that I can't encourage you more than what you are willing to do for yourself.
Well, and you know what? And on that note, I just got chill on that.
Go ahead.
Ooh, yeah.
Go there.
You got to clutch my pearls, as she said.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Natasha said we had coffee before this, and a couple of weeks ago, she said that just makes you clutch your pearls.
Honey, that Southern way.
Yes, clutch it.
Got to sometimes.
All right, and listen, I know, I love
clutchable?
that. Okay, so for somebody that might be starting over, and because y'all, where I was 4 years ago, about the same time that Natasha was going through all her purposeful struggle, as we'll say,
Yeah.
I had no purpose, none, zero. And we can talk about that another time, but you have to dig deep and you have to want it. I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to make you feel good. Natasha wants to make a difference. But what would you tell the viewer who is watching now or tonight or tomorrow, if they want to do something, what is the first thing they have to do, whether it's they haven't been in the workplace for 20 years and they want to get a job, or maybe they're starting over in a marriage or a career? Like, what is the first thing that somebody should do to regain a purposeful life?
Okay, I don't think it's like one thing, but I'll try to sum it up. I think number one is honoring that thing that you want to do. Like there's a reason that you want to do it, honor it, right? Don't ignore it. Don't like push it down. Don't hide it away, but like honor that and know what that thing is. And I think one of the biggest things too is to understand that the fear that you're experiencing that is trying to keep you from moving forward is something that every single person experiences.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we get caught up looking at, say, Shelly, wow, she's starting from scratch. She's bringing in women and creating this space and encouraging them. I can never do that. She's got it all together, or she has this or this or that, or any other thing. Like we look to other people and we compare and we think that they have it all together and they experience no fear, and that cannot be further from the truth. And I think one of the biggest things is for you to understand that every single person that's going after something, their purpose, their calling, they're doing something huge, we all experience the same fears. And that's why I think it's so important to have, and that's why I love why you're doing this, Shelly, with Ladies Who Lunch, but to have open, honest, vulnerable conversations so that we can support each other and we can encourage each other to say, girl, I understand. I know where you are. And I was there, right? I was there in that decision. And this is what it felt like, right? This is what it felt like. So it's okay that you're feeling that way. I'm going to help walk you through it. I'm going to support you through it. And I think that's how we elevate and we lift and we bring that next woman up, like we do in No Tribe, to say, I know where you are. I understand. I've been there, or I'm going through it. Let's support each other. I think that is the biggest thing, is to acknowledge that the fear is there, but you're not alone in that, and that every single person who's done something big, who's gone after their calling, has experienced the exact same thing.
Yes, and you know what? You have to experience loss and failure and negativity to be able to surrender it and go from purpose to calling.
Over and over. It takes surrendering. Whew, that's a big point. I talk about that a lot, is that you have to surrender to what you thought or how things should look, or how you think things should have unfolded, or I think Arden, God, your posts have been like so spot on lately.
Oh, thanks.
Is that,
Follow me.
yeah, follow Arden McLaughlin. You should already know her. I mean, if you don't, get to know her. She's awesome. But she talked about like letting go in her post yesterday,
Yes.
like letting go and like trusting the process and not. And I can relate to Arden in this. My type A, I'm a recovering type A perfectionist. I would say that I'm always in recovery, always. Always in recovery. But my perfectionism can stop me sometimes from going after things. And I feel like things have to be perfect or they have to be laid out. Like
Right,
that could not
but-
be further from the truth.
That's right. And let me also tell you this before we go. I want you to hear me when I say, and Natasha says, you have to have community, and you cannot live alone. And you don't have to have a community of people that you've known for 20 years.
Yeah.
If you do, that's great. You can have different communities. If you don't have people surrounding you right now, and I'm talking about other than family, because a lot of times family, that might be a given if you
Too close.
it's too close. So you got to
They
have, and my mom's watching, but we just say, hey, Nana.
Hey,
She
Nana.
says she loves you. She's already commented.
Oh, Natasha's in.
We talked
With
about
Nana.
you at coffee. We're
We
going to meet
did.
Nana.
Yeah, we're going to meet. And you're going to teach Nana how to clutch her pearls.
Oh,
'cause
Nana
she's
probably
not
already
Southern.
knows.
She's
She's not?
Southern.
It's all right. It's all right, Nana.
But we
okay.
teach her. And listen, because here's the deal. At some point, you're going to need somebody. And I encourage you to go out in 2019. This can be your year to meet new people. You don't have to replace anybody, but meet some new people who can lift you up. And you might learn something new. And don't let your age or don't let your circumstances of your life right now, whether that's you don't have a job, maybe you're newly divorced, or you want to go back to work. I'm telling you, do not make excuses, because that is not in my vocabulary. And I think that's one reason why I'm stepping out, because I do not allow myself to have those excuses. And I'm surrounding myself around people that won't let me have that either. So we're going to go for now. And I so appreciate it. And I want you to follow me, Shelly L. Henderson, on Facebook and Instagram. Natasha talked about the book. If you don't have one, I'll be happy to get you a copy. Just message me. You can also find it on Amazon. And Natasha, where can everybody find you?
So you can find me on Instagram at Natasha Hemmingway and on Facebook at Natasha Freeman Hemmingway. Just look up Natasha Hemmingway, you'll see me.
And also follow us on the No Tribe and
Oh,
see what all of our
yes.
shenanigans are up to.
Or you can take a last minute trip to Arizona next week to the summit.
Natasha is
Yourself.
going to the summit, Phoenix,
Can't wait.
Arizona.
Can't wait, can't wait.
And she's going to be a speaker. She's going to do a motivational speech.
I'm
So.
going to open up. I'm excited.
Oh, girl.
I'm excited.
Okay. All right. All right. Bye, y'all. Have a great week.
Bye,
Make it
guys.
a great week.
Come back
Bye.
next week with Shelly.
Next Thursday. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She passed the Nana test.
She did.
Are we still live? Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I think mine's